legally. Live.
Okay, Joe, we are good.
Okay, thank you. Good afternoon. My name is Joseph Seemack. I'm Director of Public Works for Harford County and Chairman of the Northeast Maryland Waste Disposal Authority. We have provided information on the authority's website that allows the public to view this meeting via YouTube live stream. Today's authority meeting agenda does not have any items that would include a closed session. I do ask that members please identify yourselves before speaking or to make a second or a motion. Andrew, have you confirmed that we've established a quorum?
Joe, we do have a quorum of board members for today's meeting. I would also note we have the following non-voting people here involved. Leah Zimmerman from Frederick County. And then here in the office, we have Kim Gordon, John Schott, Tracy Baker, and myself.
Great, thank you very much. The chair calls to order the 379th meeting of the Northeast Maryland Waste Disposal Authority, December 3rd, 2024. The minutes of the previous meeting on October 1st of 2024 have been reviewed and approved by the members, and they are posted on the authority's website. Is there a motion on action item 2024-6-1?
So moved, Charles Glass.
Thank you. Second?
Second, Cliff
Second,
Engel.
Will. Okay.
Thank you. Discussion?
Action item number 2024-6-1, approval of audited financial statements, June 30th, 2024 and 2023. The authority's audited financial statements for June 30th, 2024 and 2023, as provided to the board for review, were prepared by Clifton Larson Allen LLP. There are no changes to the audited financial statements since the draft audited financial statements were submitted to the board for review on November 7, 2024. Staff is requesting approval of the audited financial statements for June 30, 2024 and 2023.
Thank you. Are there any questions or any discussion from the members? Hearing none, all in favor of action item 2024-6-1, please say aye.
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 Any opposed? Any abstentions? Hearing no opposition, that item is approved. Is there a motion on action item 2024-6-2?
So moved, Mark DeLuca.
Thank you. Second?
I'll second
Second.
Anthony Russell, Baltimore County.
Thank you. Discussion?
Action item 2024-6-2, on-call contract amendments. An increase in the amount of $560,000 is needed for the FCS contracts, of which $210,000 is needed for the landfill gas services for Carroll County, and $350,000 is needed for minor repairs at the Kane Street sanitation yard for Baltimore City.
Thank you. Were there any questions or any discussion from the members? Hearing none, all in favor of action item 2024-6-2, please say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstentions? Hearing no opposition, that item is approved. Is there a motion on action item 2024-6-3?
So moved, Charles Glass.
Thank you. Second?
Second, Willie Weiner, Montgomery County.
Thank you. Discussion?
Action item number 2024-6-3. Staff is requesting the following budget amendments. A budget increase in the amount of $210,000 is needed for the Carroll County landfill account to support action item 2024-6-2. The county will pay the authority via purchase order as and when approved by the county. Staff is also requesting a budget increase in the amount of $98,950 is needed for the Frederick County Rexford landfill account to support efforts in connection with the continued methane rule compliance support. The county will pay the authority via purchase order as and when approved by the county.
Thank you. Is there any questions or any discussion from the members? Hearing none, all in favor of action item 2024-6-3, please say aye.
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 Any opposed? Any abstentions? Hearing no opposition, that item is approved. Is there a motion on action item 2024-6-4?
So move Cliff Engel, Carroll County.
Thank you. Second?
Second, Brody Holdhouse.
Thank you. Discussion?
Thank you. Action item 2024-6-4 is approval of emergency procurement for Montgomery County Service Agreement Extension. On May 31st, 2024, the Montgomery County Office of the County Executive sent a written directive to the authority to seek an emergency extension pursuant to COMAR 1413-0112 of the Resource Recovery Facility and Transfer Station Service Agreement with ReWorld Montgomery, Inc. on behalf of Montgomery County. The county intended to provide for municipal solid waste service processing technology alternatives that was different from the current waste management operations at the transfer station and RRF by April 2026, which is when the current service agreement for the operation of the facilities expires. Such alternatives are in active evaluation and procurement by the county. However, due to unexpected conditions and circumstances beyond the county's control, including the pandemic, global national economic forces, and challenges in global supply chains that have impacted staffing activities, and the development procurement of advanced municipal solid waste processing and diversion systems in the county, which the county could not have reasonably foreseen, such alternatives and the resulting contracts will not be in place by April of 2026. The county, led by the Department of Environmental Protection and the authority, recently reached an agreement in principle, as evidenced by the letter from the county executive dated November 20, 2024, for a short-term extension of the current service agreement with ReWorld for continued operation of the county's resource recovery facility and transfer station for the acceptance, transfer, processing, and disposal of municipal solid waste generated in the county. The extension will be through April 1st, 2031. The authority did issue a notice of intent for this extension to the county council and the county executive as required under Maryland Code Natural Resources 3-920. And this was sent on November 25th, 2024 at the county's direction. Staff is requesting approval to enter into a contract for the extension of the service agreement, substantially in the form of the draft change order provided to the board for review and made publicly available on the authority's website, as well as the extension of any contracts related to the service agreement that will be necessary for continued operations of the resource recovery facility and transfer station through April 1st, 2031. The approval to enter into the service agreement extension, as well as any extensions for related documents, is subject to the county's approval of the notice of intent and the written direction of the county to proceed. The draft change order, the May 31st, 2024 county executive letter were provided to the board as part of the November 1st, 2024 transmittal memorandum to Montgomery County. We also included the executive's November 20th, 2024 letter back to the authority. All these files were made publicly available on the authority's website as attachments to the draft change order to extend this service agreement. Staff is asking for approval of this emergency extension subject to the county's final approval.
Thank you. Are there any questions or any discussion from the members? Hearing none, all in favor of action item 2024-6-4, please say aye.
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 Any abstentions? Oops, I'm sorry. Any opposed? Any abstentions? And hearing no opposition, that item is approved. I'd like to add a new business item for discussion only. And Andrew, would you please give us a briefing on the status of the OPEGA review of the authority?
Thank you. So this is in reference to House Bill 161 of 2023, which required the Department of Legislative Services as well as the Maryland Environmental Service to complete a certain review of the authority and our activities. Authority staff met with the staff of DLS, the Office of Program Evaluation and Government Accountability, OPEGA, as well as staff from the Maryland Environmental Service as directed under this bill. Staff and board members responded to data inquiries and requests for clarification from both agencies as each separately worked on their respective reports as required under HB 161. Both agencies have indicated at this time that they have the data and information needed to complete their reports. Each agency controls the timing of submission of their final respective reports based upon their own internal review process. We would like to take this time to thank both the staff of OPEGA and MES for their professionalism and thoroughness throughout this entire process.
Thank you, Andrew. Any discussion from the board members on the briefing provided by the executive director?
I'd just like to echo that Andrew and his staff, it was a lot of information. It was a lot of requests over the past year, and they performed with utmost professionalism in providing information and guidance. So I just want to say, it was great working with you under what could be perceived as whatever. So thank you for your professionalism as well, Andrew.
Thank you. I'll
Thank you.
certainly pass it on to staff.
Any other, are there any other additional items for discussion at this time by the members? There being no further business on the agenda, this meeting is adjourned. Thank you all very much for your time.
Thank you.
Thank
Jeff.
you.
Happy holidays.
Happy holidays. Thank you.
Happy holidays.